Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
Let's move on to books, which always make a really great gift. Books are fun, they're good to read, and then you still have something to display after you're done with it, too. So our first book suggestion is from Daryl, and he suggests The Art of Rogue One because it has a great look at the development of the movie and its characters.
Yeah, I don't think that book is out just yet.
Oh.
But it will be out in time for Christmas. It's shipping on December 16th from Amazon. You know, they hold them back. They don't want the spoilers out there. They don't publish the novelizations early anymore. But these art of books are something I'm really becoming a heavy collector of. The Art of the Force Awakens, I did wait till it was on a pretty deep discount, but I got that and just absolutely love it. Just to see the renditions, the concept sketches, and everything that led up to it, it's just a wonderful set. None of them by Abrams Publishing has let me down thus far.
Another great gift is the Ahsoka book.
Brock reviewed that on the show a few weeks ago, and this is a young adult novel, but it had quite a good story bridging Ahsoka's leaving the Jedi Order in the Clone Wars to her appearance in Rebels. You can go back and listen to his review of that, but it's a book that would fit younger readers and that, per Brock, older readers would like. I do have the audiobook of that I'm going to be listening to because I was very intrigued. And Brock also recommended Star Wars Bloodline. That's a book out earlier this year. It was very Princess Leia focused, but he cited it as one of the best new canon books thus far.
And speaking of Princess Leia, Heir to the Empire always makes a great gift. It was a riveting read. I really enjoyed it, and that's probably my favorite of the EU books.
It's definitely up there for me. I'm the one who put this on the list. I know it's not canon anymore. It's all legends. But Thrawn is coming back in Rebels. Thrawn is really having a comeback right now, and I think it's good for people to see where he started, the very first Thrawn novel. So, Heir to the Empire, you just don't get a lot better than that.
Now, for the new movie coming out, you can get Star Wars Catalyst, which is a Rogue One novel.
Yeah, the prologue to the movie written by James Luceno. Brock's going to have an in-depth review of that on our next show. But if you're excited for the new movie, I can think of no better way than to read or in audiobook form listen to this lead-up story. And finally, I put on there an older book, Star Wars Frames. Now, I'm not talking about the limited edition version because that's right now listed on Amazon for over $7,000.
Aye!
But I have the more consumer-oriented version. It's just a bit smaller. It's $107, and you still get all the gorgeous pictures, just not in books that you'd have to build a special table for.
Yeah, that's the downside to Frames, aside from the cost, is that you're going to need a special place to put that, and there's probably not a current place in your house that is ready for that book.
Now, continuing what you could find at Barnes & Noble, The Force Awakens 3D Blu-ray. Now, this is what people have been waiting for. When The Force Awakens came out early this year, people were complaining it didn't have a commentary, it didn't have the bonus features. They saved it all up for this holiday release. And even if you don't have a 3D TV, this has on the regular discs all this extra bonus content. This is the version of The Force Awakens you want to own. So I think that especially for people who bought the first release earlier this year and may be kind of gun shy about buying another one, this could make a really good gift.
Absolutely. Now, continuing again with the things you can find at Barnes & Noble, which I think you could find anything on our list at Barnes & Noble. That's how that's going to go. Scott from Tulsa threw out Star Wars Battlefront, which, hey, it was on sale. We talked about that earlier in the show. He said, good game to pick up and play and practice your Stormtrooper aim.
Now, I would go a different way of going for the gift. I just got an email for the Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition. That has recently come out. It has Rogue One content. If you're an Amazon Prime member, it's only $32 versus the $40 MSRP because Amazon Prime members get 20% off games in the first couple weeks it's released. And so if you're going for a gift, why not go Ultimate?
Exactly.
Now, I put a couple items on here because I find myself falling in love with vinyl.
Yeah, every time we walk by Urban Outfitters at the mall, you're like, oh, a record shop. I'm like, it's not a record shop.
I'm going to put a couple items here on the list that I haven't bought for myself, but I think make tremendous gifts.
Is that a hint?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but they're things that I'm looking at and lusting after, even though I haven't bought them. The first, we saw this at San Diego Comic-Con. Is it a gimmick? Hell yes, it's a gimmick. But it's a cool gimmick. The Force Awakens 2 LP vinyl was released with holograms on it, where on one it looks like a TIE fighter is floating as the record spins. The other, it looks like the Millennium Falcon is floating. Seeing it in person, it actually looks rather cool. It's $45 on Amazon, and it comes with auto rips, so you can give the person an MP3 copy of the album as well as this holographic vinyl.
Auto rip is one of the most amazing things in the entire world. Not gonna lie.
The other one, which I hear such great things about, it looks great, it's a bit pricey. The Star Wars Ultimate Vinyl Collection. This is all 6 movies on vinyl, a total of 22 LPs. And these are the 180 gram vinyl, so it's a lot better than the ones they pressed in the 70s and 80s. I'm sorry, it's 11 records, 22 sides. They were saying disc 22, so I got a little confused. But it comes in gorgeous packaging that reproduces the original record art from each release. So for the prequels, it's the posters, but for the originals, it's just the black cover with the Star Wars logo, the Vader helmet, and that iconic blue lightsaber for Return of the Jedi. It's $183.99, but it is the ultimate vinyl soundtrack for that hipster in your life.
You could also give the gift of music with the Rogue One soundtrack. Now, I have mixed feelings about giving the soundtracks because if you are trying to remain spoiler-free, when you're purchasing this or wrapping it, you could accidentally turn it over and see some track listings.
You're still burned by Qui-Gon's noble end.
Yes, and so are you.
I don't know if they would ever make that mistake again. The CD is not coming out until December 16th, so you'd have a chance to...
Not look at the back.
Yeah, it's coming out pretty close to the release. It's not auto rip. It'll probably be auto rip in 6 months. That seems to be how Amazon is doing its movie scores these days. But I'm so excited to hear a new take for Star Wars scores. I mean, we've only had, in the movies at least, John Williams music. So Michael Giacchino, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here. I didn't really like most of your scores. I think they sound like growling stomachs on Lost and Cloverfield. But you did good with the Star Trek 2009 anthem, and you ripped it off for Doctor Strange, so I like that one too. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and hope that when not under JJ's thumb, you can orchestrate.
I was going to say, maybe it's JJ's problem with the growling stomachs. Is it delightful, Arnie? Are the growling stomachs delightful? Moving on to another room of the house, instead of where you keep your hi-fi system, Curtis found the ultimate desk accessory. It's available at Big Bad Toy Store. It's a 1/72nd scale AT-AT multi-function desk organizer with snow speeder exclusive.
I could use that. I need my desk organized.
You do, but I don't think that's going to help you. He has magnetic feet, so he's going to stick to any metal surface, which now I'm thinking, do I need an AT-AT for the fridge? He has a bunch of compartments. His head opens up. There's a coin bank if you wanted to do that instead of pen storage.
There's tape storage, so...
In his back end.
Yeah.
He's going to have tape coming out of his bum.
And you can even use his feet and the snow speeder to wrap headphones around. He's a little pricey at $195, but he is shipping in December. And this is the type of thing my mom always gave my father for Christmas, is desk organizers and things like that. So this is one of those kind of traditional gifts for the Star Wars fan with that cool twist.
Now, an ocean apart, Curtis again and Steve, the Ginger Prince, came up with the same thing but from different people. Curtis suggests Stance socks, which are dress socks with Star Wars characters on them. He said they're very comfortable and that he has worn them before. Steve suggests Marks and Spencer socks. He said they're cotton rich, And they have simple embroidered logos on them. And they're kind of just like classic socks with just a little bug on them.
Yeah, those seem more like dress socks I could get away with wearing to work. The stance ones, if I wore those to work, people would look because they're really like costume character socks. It's kind of like when I wear the Jar Jar tie. I can wear it and it is technically a tie, but it's going to get me funky looks. Whereas if I wear the one that looks more like a pattern with Vader heads, people don't immediately know that's a Darth Vader tie.
If somebody's really into your socks, I say we have a whole nother problem.
Now, Barrett, our video editor, recommended Death Star rubber floor mats for your car. These are from Plasticolor. They're circular mats, so that's a little interesting to me. And they're 14 inches in diameter all directions.
Well, that would be diameter, yes.
Just making sure for those who...
So, is this the size of a small pizza?
Probably a medium pizza.
Seems kind of tiny. Now, let's go to something that we talked about earlier. Board games! Now, we do have a resident game expert on staff, and that would be Andrew and his lovely wife, Michelle. Andrew suggests Risk Star Wars Edition, but get the Black Series one.
Which is hard to find because I actually took this suggestion. I went out, I bought it, but you couldn't find the Black Series one at a store. I had to go to Amazon and it was $35, but I got that order placed.
But he says it's not at all like Risk, the traditional one, which you said Star Wars Risk, and I'm like, oh, hell no, I am not playing that game. Because it's known for being a really long game. And
I usually hit people.
Yeah, as I say, punches thrown, friendships lost, that kind of thing. And I didn't want anything to do with it, but Andrew says it's really easy and it's quick to play, unlike its namesake. But definitely get the Black Series one. Star Wars Destiny is a new game that Andrew and Michelle, if you saw them on Facebook and on our Facebook page, they were talking about playing the launch party at their local shop. It's going to be available for sale starting December 1st. He did play a demo of it at Gen Con, and him and Michelle both really liked how quick and easy it was to learn to play, which is a big thing with card games. I hate when you have to sit there and like memorize rules. You have to get the rule book out, and that's one of my pet peeves with these games and keeps me from playing a lot more. He says that the starter packs are the gateway drug, and it's an entry into a blind packed collectible card game, and they're fun to play either with or without expansions. You are going to need to get them more than one set of starter packs. You'd need a light side and a dark side. They run about $15 each. And if you wanted to buy some expansion packs, they're about $3 each.
This sounds interesting. I mean, we loved the TCG, which was very easy to pick up and play back when Attack of the Clones came out. I'd like to see a game that was easy to pick up and not too crazy, but I liked the deck building games more than the, here's blind packaged, find this super rare card that nukes all enemies.
Yeah.
Those get expensive. Now, Steve also suggested in the wearables category, Nixon's Star Wars watches, and I'm going to just assume he's not suggesting that because that's his last name.
No, these like came out of nowhere, and I noticed that you can buy them on Zappos.com, and they also have some Star Wars backpacks and bags as well.
These are gorgeous watches, though. I'm taking a look here. I actually saw some of these at Box Lunch.
Steve also threw out there the Rogue One trading card starter pack. I have a problem with trading cards. It's not strictly Star Wars or Marvel trading cards.
And by problem, you mean addiction problem, not like you have some grievances to air for Festivus.
Correct. I have an addiction problem. I love to open the blind packages and I like to organize them in binders. I've got issues. But these are really cool. I like it when they have chase cards, and this has art cards and photo cards, and there's, foil cards. I do like foil cards. And then there's sticker cards and plastic cards. That kind of stuff is always fun. So if you threw a handful of these in someone's stocking or bought them a case of them, that would be a great gift. Now, if you buy the case, might I suggest a binder to go with it, just so you have some place to put it, and maybe the sleeves to go with it. Do the whole package. I found some really cool Star Wars hair clips by Love and Madness, and I like how simple they are. They're just shapes. So when you clip them in your hair, you're just gonna have like an outline of Yoda's head, and that's it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they're just kind of neat and simple and not much at all. I like them, and they run about $6. Again, a great stocking stuffer or something like that. And Love and Madness is a kind of smaller jewelry company that has a really cool opening crawl bracelet. That's really awesome. Now, if you wanted to spend a little bit more money on jewelry, might I suggest an Alex and Annie charm bracelet that they have at the Disney Parks, through the Disney Parks app or website. They have all kinds of charms. They have the Jedi Order one, the May the Force be with you. I know there's a Yoda one. I believe there's a BB-8 one as well. Kind of fun and kind of cool if you wanted to step it up and get a nicer piece of jewelry for your loved one.
But I think the ultimate gift, the thing to end on, and Daryl suggested it, and just perfect. Perhaps the best Star Wars gift you could give someone. Couple tickets to Star Wars Celebration in Orlando next year.
Absolutely.
The biggest Star Wars party of the year. It's going to be a great celebration coming right between Rogue One and Episode 8. Just so many Star Wars fans, collectibles, companies, exclusives, parties. Just a great time. And so if you have your tickets already, I look forward to seeing you there. And if you don't, this would be a tremendous gift of here's the tickets, here's the travel arrangements. We're going to Celebration.
I think that's a wonderful gift, especially if you're going to go with them.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's better than putting a bow on a car.
I don't know.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.